customer, so I walked up to the counter, and she goes, "Oh, you have to get a letter and go back to driver's license."
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Just like out of a sitcom.
I said, "Oh, I was,
But nobody's here.
You know, my husband thought he was on the crazy train when he was in there about a month ago. He just trying to get plates renewed and
Call the meeting to order of the Planning and Zoning Commission for September 9th, 2019. Gina, roll call, please.
Tony Gilgenbach.
Here.
Mark Hydrich.
Here.
Mark Kleesner.
Here.
Mark Piantek.
Here.
Tom Holtmeyer.
Here.
Andy Lucy. John Bortman.
here."
Chuck Watson.
Here.
Samantha Wacker.
here.
Carolyn Witt. Here. Sal Maniaci.
Here. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the August 12th, 2019 meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
First and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Item number 3, case number 190904, Cowboy Holdings LLC. Applicant is requesting approval of special use permit for a vacation rental dwelling located at 823 West 2nd Street. Sal?
All right, yes, this is another request for a special use permit for the short-term lodging. This particular house, 823 West 2nd, is located just east of the High and 2nd Street intersection. This is kind of, well, here's just an aerial of it. I thought I had a better picture zoomed out, but the shoe factory is just about a half a block to the east as well. You can see here that the entire block is zone R2 overlay, which does allow single-family and two-family. As you can see in the staff report, we did run a report on the occupancies we have, and there are two two-family dwellings directly next door, one to the south and one to the east. And so I think it would safe to assume that there are rentals directly in this vicinity. And most of the time when you see a two-family, one of them at least would be a rental. The other ones are single-family. We are not aware of any other registered short-term lodging directly adjacent to this property. But like I normally report in these, they do not create any substantial commercial activity, and they're normally not a detriment to the surrounding properties, so we are recommending approval. This particular subject property does not have any off-street parking. This driveway to the left that you see there is actually on the neighboring property. So this would have to utilize on-street parking, which isn't prohibited. It's just normally that is a plus to have off-street parking, but in this case they do not. They are not able to offer it. So.
Any questions of Sal?
So that is just a single-family rental then, not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Has there been any feedback from any neighbors or anything?
I received 3 phone calls, 2 of which were just curious about what it was, and when I explained it, they said, "Oh, there's no issue." One was one of them telling me that they moved and they no longer owned that property. So, other than that, I did not hear anything else.
Any other questions? Anyone else that would like to speak on it? If not, any further comments, or we'll entertain a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
First and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Case number 4, item number 4, case number 190905, applicant is requesting preliminary plat approval for MB subdivision Plat 1. Sal?
All right. Yes, this is a request for a very minor preliminary plat going from 1 lot to 2. As you just kind of see here, I just took Google Street Images after last month, realizing that there was some confusion where we were. I thought this could be helpful for us to see exactly where we're at. I just wanted to show here that this is a corner lot at 3rd and Penn, and it is a fairly large lot for this area. As you can see from this aerial, according to the zoning map, everything in this surrounding property is R1B, single-family residential, which does allow you down to 6,000 square feet. So what they're proposing to do is to cut off a lot in the back. which would allow for an additional single-family home to be built accessing Penn Street. Per this plat, they're well above the minimum lot size on both of the new lots. The smaller one that they're creating is still 9,863 square feet, which is well above the 6,000 minimum. As you're, in this area, we actually have some lots that are smaller than that. This particular block, I do want to point out, it does match the lots to the south, so they kind of would be in uniform with what was created originally. I believe this was part of Basora when it was first platted. And then also I think the laser pointer died here. Just to the south here, there it goes. The southern property line of this new one, they do have 25 feet, so the property line is placed in an area that will meet the new setback. And then I just wanted to point out here that this existing lot is currently, or was, 3 original lots of Basora. So you can see how they are laid out. So it was a fairly large piece that they combined together way back whenever the subdivision was built. And so then what they would be proposing, or what they are proposing, is to match these original Basora lots just to the rear. So staff is recommending approval of this. I don't believe it increases the density to a point that is out of character of the surrounding property. I think it fits in nicely with the original lots that you saw there. So we are recommending approval. And there's no requirement for a performance agreement, as it does have all public utilities already served to it.
Any questions, comments of staff?
I noticed when I looked at it today that there's a chain link fence on the back of the property that will
Yes.
have to move.
Yeah, they will have to take care of that whenever they sell it. That would be, the responsibility of the current owner and the new owner to.
Because I see it on the new plat too, that's why I was.
Yep, it does cross the property line.
Right.
Even in today, since we don't do fence permits, if someone were to build across the property line, that would be a civil issue anyway.
Okay.
So,
And that would be approximately the same size as the 2 adjoining lots to the north?
yep, yeah, it's actually identical.
Okay.
I believe so. So that's how they measured it out.
60-foot width.
55, I
Oh, is
believe.
it?
Yeah. Was that
60.
or 60 on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I think the one to the north actually is a little bit narrower than, but either way, it meets the minimum lot size. So
So what would the side yard setback be then?
6 feet.
6 feet?
Yeah, 6 feet on the side. They'll have to match the existing on the front. And since it is a corner lot, they can take the average of this existing home to the south and the one to the north. Typically, you just match it exactly, but in this case, since they don't match up, you take the measurement of both and you
Okay.
take the average, so.
Because I noticed that lot to the north, that house is a lot closer than the 6 foot to where that property line is.
Well, as you see in the area, I don't know if that's accurate.
Well, but I mean, even looking at the plat, that existing
very well
house
could be.
is a lot closer, so not that that makes any difference, but that's why I was asking.
Oh, yeah, well, the new
Side
home will have to
setback would
meet, the new home will have to meet the 6 feet.
Okay.
So,
Any other questions? Comments? Anyone else in the audience that would like to speak?
Big crowd.
If not, I'll entertain either more comments or questions or a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
First and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. That's it. Sal, anything else?
that's it.
All right. Thanks, Mark. One last motion, unless you want to hang out and talk for a while.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Cardinals aren't playing, so.
You're ready.
All those in favor? Aye, okay, let's go.
I wallpapered
my house
That was easy.
But I'll tell you, those.